Hello everyone and welcome back to your Esports Rundown. I'm sorry I am a day late, but I am here on March 29th. Talk about everything that's happened in esports in the past week and what's going to be coming up. As we are going to start with fighting games, I'm going to make the disclaimer, Battle BC, there is Street Fighter Tekken there. It is not on this, so I will not unfortunately be talking about it today. But getting into the Texas Showdown, we're talking about Street Fighter and Tekken here because unfortunately the brackets for the other games do not seem as intense. Oh, and there's no bracket on this. Love it. We'll do a Smash.gg again. So we'll just look at around the 2 in the top 48. We're mostly looking at the top where you have the Prodigy getting the top 8, which makes a lot of sense. Brian F losing to Aziz Sensei is a pretty big one. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at bigger names here. And as we go down the list, where did Brian F fall to? There he is, and he lost to Free Seth. So he is out. We have Stealth, Sinister X, Gamma, and someone. And then Mad Gear Sledge. Here's what we got. For Tekken, I believe this also isn't an insane tournament either, but we have Scooby, Genghis-Dan, Waslu, Jumanji, Joe, Sinblade, Nomar, and Gonadify. Not a big tournament. The big tournament in the FGC was last weekend, which I've kind of realizing I didn't talk about. Arc World Tour Finals. It was hype as hell. It was great. Going down the list, Scenario looked insane, and no one was beating him this weekend. In Under Night, he was so good. Beat Maoru back to back. And yeah, it was just a dominant tournament from him. Grand Blue, very hype as well. Tororo finally getting his championship. Took a 3-0 dominant victory over Gamera. And again, he was another guy who just looked so good the entire tournament, and you kind of it felt like it was definitely his to lose. And yeah, he did great. Props to him, obviously. And then Guilty Gear was insane. Is the first ever major company-backed tournament that had a player go from the LCQ and win the entire thing. Red Ditto destroyed LCQ and destroyed this tournament. He lost 2 games total. That is absurd. And again, he's not going against chumps. He is in the Arc World Tour Finals against Tatuma, Poka, Sankan in his group. Just an insane group. Not the group of death for sure, but still an insane group. Takes care of Jonathan Tene, and then beats Rang twice. It's just it was so insane to watch. I hate Ramathal, and I was rooting for this person. It was so much fun. I highly suggest anyone go back and watch that run. Another thing I want to point out, I feel so bad for Razzo. They literally didn't. They all were 2-1, and the 8-6 is technically worse than a 7-5, and so even though they have the same game differential, the game differential percentage is different, and that's what knocked them out. So there does need to be a better format. Clearly an issue there. So very unfortunate for Razzo. So yeah, huge shout out to Red Ditto. He needs to be sponsored ASAP. And that'll be it for fighting games. We'll walk over to Smash, and then I'm just gonna go on this page because we're actually gonna go to Smash.gg because it's not updated either. Love Wikipedia sometimes. I don't Wikipedia's actually great. Syrup is going to top 8 over Hurt. Gluto beat Miya. Acola beat Raru. Spargo Shutan, I was trying to say both their names at the same time, is going to be happening soon. just a stacked tournament, as you see. Ryudagi beat Ken and is losing to Ouch right now as I record this. Light is in the lower brackets, started there from top 16 or top 64. He's playing Monty for the right to play Hurt to get into top 8. Tweak lost to Pocket, which is a huge one. Raki lost to Monty, who is playing Light right now. Suno, I think that's Suno. Lost to, I'm not even gonna try and say that name. It's funny that the Japanese is easier for me to read. Shiny Mark was able to take down Leo, which I don't think Leo's really, his heart's not been in it feels like. I don't know, I could be wrong. But that's just my read on it. And Zomba beat Cola and will be playing Shiny Mark for the chance to play Radaru to get into top 8. As we go over to Melee, I do have some information on top 64. Zane had to play Nun and beat Nun in a very close game. So yeah, Aura was able to beat Spark. Cody Schwab was able to take down Amsa, and Hungrybox took down Jmook, and they're all winners in top 8. And then Wizrobe was in the top 64 losers, same with Moki and Mango, but Mango loses to Zuppy, unfortunately. And Joshman and Nunn had to unfortunately go against each other for the chance to lose to Amsa. Jmook was able to take down Zuppy. Axe was able to get top 8 again, and he's been on a heater. Back-to-back top 8s is really good for him. As we'll go to the top 8 and look at the matchups. As we have Zane versus Aura, and then Cody Schwab versus Hungrybox, Axe for Spark, and Amsa versus Jmook, and I'm just happy that Axe and Amsa don't have to play each other. That's gonna be really fun. That'll be tomorrow. Go watch Battle of BC. It's a hype tournament. That will be it for Smash for now. So we go over to Overwatch. I believe China had teams qualify. Yes, they did, and now I finally get to talk about Chinese Overwatch, which is just one of my favorites, honestly. So we have Rock Esports with Dia, Choi Se-won, Belisariya, Langsa, Chu, and Billy Dang getting first in the qualifier. And then once again, I did hear about this roster, this insane roster of Shy, Leave, Aprita, Gushue, Elegy, Mew, and Monk. They're kind of my favorites for now. Blade with Fari, Pride, Hims, Neuron, and Remedy. Super Levi with Jimmy. Actually, it's going to be hard to root against Jimmy. If you know, you know. Jimmy, Jeremy, Chaos, Pressure, Tomato, that's good. Tamper, and then JY 2006. Lil Sheep with Alfari, Whale, Jaya, DMS, Kusari, Kim, Remfer. Team CC, Kaneki, Insane, Gaga, Haoyokon, Farway 1987, and Pineapple, the GOAT. Team XX with Casanova, Liko, Aragon, Fei Yang, Unknown, Pro Young, and Aster. And then Equal with 12, ECC, Flicker, Mocha, Emolga, Lavender, and Hysteria. Groups have happened already, as once again and Team CC have topped their groups. I don't understand how Team CC was 3-0 and then they got it. I don't understand. Maybe they've I guess they once again has a game to play. Yeah, once again, so okay, let me go to the schedule. That will make my brain not hurt. Yeah, so there's going to be another day, and that will be tomorrow, actually, in 6 hours, where LS, XX, Rock, Blade, and once again versus SL. That will be determining the bracket, but the top seeds are already shown, and I believe that they will just both go through in the top plate, and these will be the teams representing, be my guess. Because this team is actually insane with Gaga, Faraway, and Pineapple. It'll be interesting to see kind of who ends up where, because I don't think Rock Esports is a bad team, and I also What's that team? Super Levi is unfortunately not a good team, seemingly. They're already out. That hurts. What was the other team that I thought was pretty good? Little Sheep also might not be bad. So, yeah, go watch Chinese Overwatch. Super fun. But then that will be qualifying for the major, which I will talk about later because that is a long time away. And then we will go, let's say, go over to Valorant. No, Marvel Rivals. We won't have long to talk about over there. China, OUG was able to take it home. I don't really know many players, and again, it's so early that I don't really want to talk about that right now. But OUG was able to kind of just handily take this entire thing. It didn't seem like anyone was really even close to them, if I'm gonna be honest. So congratulations to them. And then on NA's side, we have 100 Thieves taking over FlyQuest. FlyQuest did a good job. They were able to avenge their loss against Sentinels. They beat Envy. They beat MTMR in a pretty solid losers run. But 100 Thieves were a little too good this tournament. They just looked better, honestly. And then like it was 2-2 in the grand finals, but 100 Thieves did clutch it up. The MRC is going on right now. It is slowly being seeded through, but obviously it is a little bit of a mess as Gen G Academy is there, but not Gen G. See, like I don't know what's going on. So yeah, and again, it's very unfilled out, so it's very hard to tell. Yeah, but just be aware that's going on and happening as we speak, pretty much. Now we can go to Valorant, where they're in their regular seasons. We're going to talk about China first. Then can I go to group stage? Surely there's a better... Yeah, here we go. I believe I talked about these results. No, I haven't even talked about these results. Trace was able to take down JDG. XLG lost to Wolves, or beat Wolves. Tyloo unable to take down TEC, and then EDG kind of bouncing back and beating Dragons. Nova's gonna be playing FPX tomorrow. AG is playing BLG, and I think that's it because next week, April 3rd, or 3rd's a Thursday. Well, okay. FPX is maybe playing JDG. There you go. Then going to let's stay Americas. It's happening right now. And we had Cloud9 taking down Energy on the first day. Crew taking down Loud as well. Fury honestly had a really good start to that G2 match, but got slammed into the ground. MIBR also was able to take down Leviathan pretty easily. Same with EG over 2G, and then Sentinels did take down 100 Thieves, which is pretty on brand. NRG was able to eke one out against Furia, which Furia is looking like a little bit better, but they still look like a bottom team. Crew took down Sentinels, which is a pretty big surprise. 100 Thieves beat EG, and then G2 MIBR is 1-1 right now. Tomorrow's going to be a Loud versus 2 game, which honestly I think is 2 of the worst teams in the league, honestly. So if 2 game can get a win or even a game, I think it would be this one. Leviathan is going to play C9, and then next week, the first day, is going to be EG, 100 Thieves, and Loud. EMEA also has been going on. I keep scrolling down. And oh, do they not? Okay, sweet. Vitality took down GX. BBL beat down KC. Heretics took the game over Apex, but Apex was able to get the round or the map. So good for them. Footballists beat Koi. Falcons beat Navi, or Fanatics beat Navi, not Falcons. And then the Mates beat TL, which I think is a little bit scary if you're a TL fan. Next week, TL has a chance to immediately bounce back against BBL. Apex has a game against Navi, and hopefully that they're thinking that they have a little bit more of a chance after taking a game off Heretics. Footballers versus Mates actually is like a little bit more interesting with the Mates beating TL, so that's a sneaky one to look out for. Because both seemingly could be pretty good teams. Footballers, I think we knew were going to be a good team, but M8, or M8, the Mates, Gentle Mates. Because I said M80, now I feel bad, I need to clarify. They might be a better team than we think. Heretics over against GX. I think Heretics are going to win, as I was about to say, Heretics over GX. And then Vitality Fnatic, an absolute gigabanger on the 4th. And then Koi versus KC, which is going to be the crowd gigabanger. Then we had a Pacific. Pacific had a weird day one, I think. Yeah. As GE 2-0 DFM, and then Zeta took a game off T1. Which I don't think anyone was really expecting. And then DRX beat PRX 2-1. Talon beat Team Secret 2-1. And then Boom took down Gen G, and Gen G is not looking as good as I think we all thought they were. Nongshim beat RRQ. And then today, Zeta took down Team Secret. T1 took down Nongshim, and then tomorrow we're gonna have Gen G versus PRX, DRX versus DFM, and I think that's a big prove-it game for both DFM and then Gen G. They didn't have to inherently win. I think they just need to bounce back from their week 1 performance, and then on Monday we will have Talon versus RRQ and Boom versus GE. And then I'll talk about these next week. That'll be get to move on to CS. As we have Blast Open going on, and we will have the culmination of this tomorrow, but I'll just talk about top 8, because I don't really feel like going through every single result, because that was throughout the entire week. I guess actually I'll go through some notable ones. Falcons, obviously not getting through. I think I actually talked about that last week. I remember I talked about it last week, but here you go. And then Navi losing to Team Spirit in the quarterfinals, and then Spirit losing to Vitality. Vitality just seems like the best team in the world in CS right now. Mouse took down G2, and then Internal Finals, and I think this is just the rematch from last week, or 2 weeks ago, whatever last tournament was. I think it's Pro League. Right? Yeah. Just put EF here. And then swap them, and that's it. That was the top 4. So yeah, that's gonna be happening tomorrow. So be aware of that. And then the PGL NA qualifiers are happening, and I only care because of Wildcard. Because Wildcard has Stewie filling in. I don't know who their normal player is. That's on me. But Stewie is I think just playing for the qualifier. I assume if their normal player is back, they will return just for the actual major. But it is fun and always nice to see Stewie playing again, and that'll be for PGL Estanda, which I think is already filled out. Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, CS happening all the time. As we go over to Dota, another esport is happening all the time. Fissure is happening, and will be culminating this morning, or tomorrow morning, as we will go through Tidebound. Actually performed very, very well. Take down Paravision, but lost to Bet Boom, who is now sitting in the grand finals. Garmin Gladiators are going to be facing Tidebound for the opportunity to be facing Bet Boom. Falcons were not able to take them down. Team Liquid, just a real shocker in that upper bracket for them. Very unfortunate. Tundra, another not so great tournament from them, but that's pretty much it. Good for Tidebound. I'm very happy to see them perform well. And then we'll have Dream Leagues happening for all of the different regions next week, and then we'll have Rally. So that ESL 1 Rally is gonna be a super fun tournament. And as we head over to League of Legends, we have all the leagues I think going. No, the LCK hasn't played yet, but they will be playing. I believe this week. Oh God, there we go. Starting April 2nd. They just know how to schedule over there in the LCK. HLE is going to be playing Gen G as the first match of the LCK spring season. DRX is going to be playing DNF. Nongshim's going to be playing Bro. FRX is going to be playing DK. HLE versus KT. DRX versus the very, very infamous T1 right now. Bro versus FRX. DNF versus Nongshim. KT versus DK, which is going to be another banger. And then obviously, gotta start the week strong and end the week strong with T1 Gen G, which is going to be an amazing series. LPL has been started as they are doing their groups, and I'm not editing these, so but there is an insane picture going around of their qualifying format. It's just absurd. Also apparently, bottom teams in the group Nirvana, I think. Where is it? Just like are done for the year. They don't even get to go to spring. It's insane. But we are in the group stage, and I believe finished the group stage actually. To see who goes into which group. Anyone Legends at the Thunder Talk Gaming get to go to, was it Nirvana and Ascend? Yeah. So unsurprisingly, Billy, Weibo both going to Ascend. WE, EDG falling. Anyone Legends, TT going up. Ultra Prime, RNG falling. Top and NIP going to group Ascend, but honestly NIP only being 3-3 is a little worrying, I would say. Especially against FPX and OMG. I don't think he should ever drop a game, but oh well. So yeah. Yeah, because they lost to OMG, I think. Or no, OMG won both. Maybe he lost to, I don't know. I don't know. Invictus was able to 6-0. They're looking better, which makes me happy. And then JDG both going to Ascend, and LGD and LNG going down to Nirvana. We have Rumble stage going on. Yeah, this insane format. Yeah. We'll figure it out later. LPL loves to be different. The LEC has started today, as we saw Team Heretics get a 2-0 over Rogue, which is a very, very not great for Rogue. Get Adam a team. We are waiting for Navi. G2 2-1 Decoy, and then Fnatic 2-0'd GX, which GX has kind of just fallen off a cliff, and it's very sad to see. But tomorrow we're gonna have Vitality versus GX. GX has a second chance. Koi versus KC again. Koi getting another chance. But going against the MSI, or not the MSI, First Stands runner-ups, so it's gonna be a tough game for them. BDS is going to play Rogue, and then Fnatic's playing SK. Which is crazy, SK is like waiting that long to play. But I digress. I don't know when these are starting, so LTA North is technically going to be starting by then. So we will be having, let's go to positioning phase. TL versus FlyQuest, which would be, I can't believe that they are playing against each other. That's insane. SR versus Dig, 100 Thieves versus C9, and Lion versus DSG, and then the next day it's going to be SR versus C9, TL versus 100 Thieves. TL really got screwed. FlyQuest versus DSG, and then Dignitas versus Lion. And then LCP, I think, is unclear when they're starting, so we'll not talk about them. Oh yeah, did I mentioned, yeah, I mentioned last time that Lost Return is one. Where do I go after that? I think we just have Rocket League to talk about. I think that is it. Yep, and they are in their major, as I mentioned last week. Go to the group stage a bit. I think there's a little bit more talk about there than meets the eye. Oh, Vitality K-Corp getting through the stop. No, like, the teams that made it through, I don't think there's really many surprises. I guess you could say TM over Gen G would be the big surprise, and then Dago or GK over or GK over Dig is kind of impressive, but like I don't think you'd be inherently too surprised with that result. I think the big ones are these two. Luminosity Gaming, the team from APAC, and with the Prodigy and Sphinx were able to take, I think, the best placing for an APAC team at any tournament. 2-3, got to 11th, took down both OCE teams, which was a huge statement. They even took a game off the Ultimates, who made it fourth. So, you know, it's one of those, like, that is a huge result for them, and hopefully APAC is able to keep growing, especially with the things from Realize. I think that region has a chance to explode, similar to Sam, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe it's probably similar to OCE. Because, like, I do also think that this wildcard team is better than they should, because, again, they pushed KC to 3 games, or to 5 games. I think that was just an unfortunate tournament for them. Complexity also didn't really perform well. I think their group, the teams they lost to, really unfortunate. They did lose to really 3 good teams. And then, yeah, Chiefs and Footballists being the bottom 2, I don't think it's too surprising. But as we go into the playoffs, we have the Ultimates taking down Vitality in an insane game. That was awesome to watch. And then Carmine Corp taking down NRG, XG2. Furia took down Twisted Minds in the lower bracket to have the honor of getting their rematch against Vitality. I think that's going to be a really, really emotionally charged game tomorrow. It's going to be super fun. You should not miss it. And then NRG versus Falcons is just going to be an insane game as well. And the way it's looking to me, it might, or at least it's 100% going to be an EU versus another team. It might be EUNA or another region. It might be EUNA. And those are always insanely fun finals. So whether it's Carmine Corp or Vitality or even Furia, because I don't want to count them out. I think that Furia team's a very good team. It's going to be super, super fun. But that being said, that's going to be it. That's some esports we're talking this week. I don't think I missed anything. We should be getting Apex back soon. And I think we're also getting Rainbow Six soon. Again, I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I have a bunch of stuff I'm planning on doing this week. I'm going to be doing a Switch 2 talk. I'm going to be talking about 2XKO, because they had their big presentation and stuff. And then more Esports Rundown and different things. So hopefully my content is a little bit more consistent, and I kind of put more time and plan better to be able to do this. So thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching.